Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30. Time to wrap it up for today. And I had to say, this is one sloppy, choppy day. Net to the downside, but man, it's been one sloppy day. Hasn't been able to get any good trades going on here. Couple of decent ones, but I mean, it's been all small scalps, and you can see how choppy this whole thing is. Absolutely a total mess. So I mean, a day like this would probably be better off not trying to trade at all. But once you get into it, I mean, there's definitely opportunity to scout the edges when it's like that. But the edges hasn't, I should say, they hasn't been very well defined, or they haven't been honored very well. They've been running a little bit higher, a little bit lower than you would expect, pretty much freaking the whole day. So that's where we have been dealing with. But we are to the downside. So we're looking at this move right now. The ES, we started off this ES this morning, thinking looking to buy weakness. We were looking at this little ledge at the 68 60s. That was the, and below that one, we started getting concerned about it would take off the long bias. Actually, we took off the long bias already at 65s here, I believe. And then we're looking to buy against that 55 60s and the 45s as well. But they have not shown a lot of strength. There are a couple of rotations up here, but they've been net to the downside. We're down here at the Thursday low right now at the 68.30s. We're in territory, really not great. We have reversed pretty much this whole move up here to that attractor area at the 68.80s. And we're like 40 points lower right in the attractor area of this lower distribution now. So as long as 6,800 holds, yeah, I guess we have a shot at holding the line. But man, it's not a great day in terms of. I thought we were going to have a little bit more of a grind to the upside, but it looks like the Santa Claus rally is going to have to wait for a bit. So the trades I took today, mixed bag. A couple of losers. We weren't, which kind of screwed me up. Early on here, I had a few trades going on. Early on in the morning, and I was pretty much up a little bit here. And I had one losing trade. That was this guy right there, I believe. Was it there or it was this guy right here, long trade, which just absolutely knocked me out, knocked me out, and it was just a flat out loser. So I was down like 60, $70, and then I tried a few more trades. It's been like this one here, this trade over here. I tried to get long, and when I started taking it higher, try to repair it. Had a fairly wide stop on it, and it just got low ticked on that stop, absolutely low ticked, and then ran right back up again. I was like, oh my god, here we go. So has been the day. This right there has been one of those three that because you set yourself back a bit, and you can't quite repair. I mean, a little bit better view of it, but you can't quite repair when you get into a spot like that, especially when it's moving. Then I tried another trade here, short trade. It shook me out, and I tried another short trade, shook me out. I was like, okay, that sucks. And then on the pullback here, I tried another short trade, repaired it once, and I thought I had enough room here. But look at that; they high ticked me again, and this one here again put me back quite a bit. So it overall has been one of those days where you're just getting yourself clobbered, a few losers, and then you're kind of down in the hole. I'm down 144, right down 24 round turns. I kind of stopped trading it here. I figured that if he's not going to move, I'm not going to be able to make that money back anyway. So it's no point of running up a bunch of round turns for $5 here and there. So you want to get a decent trade on. At least that's one of the better edges. So you can get a little bit more of a rotation. But each edge here, I've been watching them. Each edge, you can see it on the way up. The retest of this guy, they took it out quite a bit, backed off a little bit, took out the lows a little bit more than you expect. And he ran back up again, took this guy out. It's been a knockdown drag out. So again, I mean that's not on the right side of it most of the time today. So anyway, so down 144 and 24 round turns, I stopped there. And the ES, I tried a couple of trades here when it started heading higher. I tried to buy this little pullback, right? Then that reverse retest of support. It started here at the first rotation, and repaired it once at the second, and then of course it took me out, and then it ran it right back down again. So that wouldn't have worked no matter what. So yes, that two trades. One was this loser. I tried it again, a little bit lower, and then still get knocked out. So it's okay. So that's not working. And I tried another short trade on the way up here for a few ticks, and I scratched it. I didn't like what I saw, and it wasn't going anywhere anyway. So yeah, so down 28 on 4 round turns on the ES. So that's overall not of a great day, but it just seems to be one of those days where you can't quite get on the right side of it. So that's kind of the feel of the day. Overall, we are net to the downside, so favoring the short side would probably be the better way to go. across the board is skipping the buying opportunities. But then again, if you think about the overall start of the morning and what you were thinking about buying weakness for rotations up, it's just like we never really got that rotation up. It's just been all the only thing we got here was like halfway through the day at 1 o'clock, a nice little move, but then they just faded from there. I thought it had something going here, but that they could not take out the 690s on the Nasdaq, or it got almost up to the 6860s on the ES, but yeah, could not quite take him out again. So here we are, and I'm thinking that we may even see some weakness going into the close the way this looks. So feels very much like a risk-off kind of a day today. On the bond market, I didn't take any trades there, but there also they priced themselves down quite a bit, and definitely yields are going up. Market is not liking whatever is happening. So bond market heading down towards the 114s. So that's your attractor on the downside. So I would trade it from the short side. I tried to get on a short trade up here. Could not quite get quite the right tick here. That the retest happened super quick, and you cannot get filled on that one. You probably get filled at the 19s, but that's pretty aggressive. So no shot on that one. And then chasing it was not an option, even if it would have worked. But it's you don't want to chase the bond market. The buying opportunity down here at the 13 would not happen. It would just run right over that thing on the way down. And then I was looking for a potential reverse retest against that rotation, and that did not happen the way I thought it would. So when I looked for it, when I had it working order, I never got it to it. When it got there, it wouldn't fill, backed off again, and then the time it would have filled you is the time you get you caught, get caught twisting in the wind. So yeah, it's just to be kind of deliberate on the bond market if you're going to trade that. But that's kind of the dynamic there. So a few round turns today, and as I said, I was starting to go a little bit crazy there for a bit on the Nasdaq, to get in, and that just getting when you just get high tick and low tick like that, you kind of get it's like dang it, you're almost right, but not quite, and then the result is like devastating because you get yourself. It's a losing trade is a losing trade, even if it went your way afterwards. Doesn't really matter, does it? So there you go. But anyway, we'll leave it there for now. And news for tomorrow, we got a little bit on the calendar. You see, we have the Fed meeting begins tomorrow. Small business optimism at 6, productivity and costs at 8:30, and job opening jolts at 10. So 8:30 and 10, we have news tomorrow. But the Fed meeting begins tomorrow, so we'll see how the wholesale market reacts to it. So, all righty, we'll leave it there. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow. I'll go at this again. All righty, guys, later.